Ewan Evans. I play wing. I'm at Watsonians Rugby Club and I'm heading over to Mary Washington, Go Mothers Rugby.
Here we are with Ewan Evans at actually where you used to go to school, George Watson's and Watsonians Rugby Club. Weird being back, or you live quite close, you still come down here?
I live quite close and I get here as much as I can, so it's good to be back. I love it here.
It's very posh school and posh playing grounds. It's a private school, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's where First Point USA picked you up from?
They did indeed. Andrew Keane, back when I was at school a few years ago, he just asked me for a meeting and here I am now sitting with you.
And so it's a slightly different process because obviously there's different ways to go on sort of the journey to the US. Some people do trials, they get picked up out of academies, but you were obviously spotted for your talent. But weirdly, you're heading over to Mary Washington, Mothers Rugby?
Yes, Mothers Rugby.
But you're heading over there for rugby, whereas I think you were more into your football, right?
I was originally. I was more originally into football and rugby. It was always a bit of a 50-50. And when Andrew picked me up, it was for the football side of things and the rugby side. And then just throughout the years, I've just gone down more the rugby path. And I still am involved in football, love it to bits. And I'm hopefully going to get coaching over at Mary Washington as well. So it's great that I can still do both paths.
Yeah, it's interesting because I suppose there's people sitting there at home maybe watching this and going, oh, I'm not sure what I want to do or which sport I want to get into.
Yeah.
So the fact that you're going over to do rugby, but also there's an opportunity still to keep your sort of foot in the door with football, shows that it's pretty diverse. You can go over there and do a little bit of everything. I know you're not allowed to specifically play two team sports, but you've chosen rugby. Let's talk about your rugby career.
Yep.
Where did it start? It started at Watsonians?
Started at Watson's, when we were young, probably like primary 5, so when we were young, and then with Watsonians as well, club, so everything was exactly here, which was good. And then just throughout the years, just kept turning up to trainings, kept loving it, enjoying it, which I think is the main thing. And then, ended up with Edinburgh for a bit, Scotland, and it was good fun.
And you mentioned some of the guys, so you did some Scotland stuff, 18, 19s, 20s, the age group stuff. Some of the guys that you played with there who have...
Yeah, they're now in the main team.
A few of the names.
Harry Patterson, Jamie Dobie, Matt Curry, they're all started for Scotland, passed in their tour recently. And then at Edinburgh, people at my actual school, Cammy Scott, Harry Morris, who are doing great things and have got a really bright future for them. Yeah,
it shows that you've been involved with some pretty good players. Your sort of journey with First Point started a little while ago. Yeah. And then COVID hit and
stopped a few years. Yeah.
You're 23, so slightly older than the normal athlete that's going over there, but still good opportunity to go over.
Yeah.
You started the process again back up about 7 months ago?
Yeah, about Christmas time. It was hard to start with because it had been a good while since I've been actually doing anything with First Point. But as soon as you sent the first few emails, got the people coming in, it just started to ball roll, different colleges, places, a lot of calls. And Mary Washington was where I just thought was the best choice for me personally.
Why was that?
Because academically it had the subjects I wanted. They've got great ambitions and prospects in the rugby setup, and it meant I could still be involved in a high level of football, whether it's coaching or whatnot.
Yeah, so you still do the football coaching at the moment, don't you?
Yeah. That's what I work as just now.
Part of your job.
Yeah.
So it's good that you can keep it going. Talk to me, what excites you most about going over to the US? Because you're going over in, about two weeks' time?
Yeah, 2 weeks. It's mental now, isn't it?
Yeah, and you said it's almost, you feel like you're going on a holiday at the moment.
Yeah.
I don't think it will be like that when you get there.
No, it'll be 2 weeks when I'm in there, I'll be like, this is where I live now. So, it'll be good.
Have you been to the US before?
I've never been, so it'll be eye-opening for a start, but I can't wait to get over, just experience new culture, meet new people. I'll miss the great weather of Scotland, obviously, but,
And have you had much sort of chat with the coaches over there? Have you been speaking liaising with them?
They've been amazing. Anytime I need, can just ping them, call them. They're there for basically anything and everything, which is great. Lots of calls, chats, whether it's about personal, whether it's about rugby, or just anything. So it's really good.
And what is the process? So you go over there, you go over in August. There's a bit of a... When do the parties happen, the spring breaks, the frat parties? Does that all happen?
I'm not thinking about any of that just now. I'll wait till a year in and then I'll be thinking more about that stuff maybe.
Is there a part of you that thinks, I'm 23, I'm going over there, there's going to be a lot younger people?
Yeah.
Is that worry you at all, or is that something that you're not really fazed about?
Not fazed about it because I've done mainly my partying side of stuff, if you want to put it that way.
Yeah.
And I'm going to switch the head on, put my head down and just try and achieve what I want to.
And you want to obviously go over there and do well at rugby.
Yeah.
Is there a part of you that looks at what they're doing in rugby in America at the moment, the MLR, which is going really well?
That's my goal.
The goal is
That's my goal, to get professional in MLR. Yeah, 100%. Or if not MLR, overseas, back in Europe, wherever it may be. But I'm going to be professional. I wouldn't be doing this otherwise.
And then talk to me, because there's the rugby side of it and the sports side of it.
Yeah.
The academical side, that's probably the most positive thing about it. You're going over there to pursue that, but you're also at the same time coming back with a scholarship and coming back with academical sort of education.
Yeah.
That's got to be a big part.
That's a priority.
Are you worried about how difficult that has been? Because in terms of when you've stepped away from your school sort of stuff.
It's been a while since I've done anything pure academical, but I'm not too fazed about it, for being honest. When I'm on the sports field, I'm there for sport. When I'm in the classroom, I'm there to work. And it's just, I'm there to do that.
I know, I just worry. Imagine sending me back to school. I don't think it would work very well. It won't go down too well. And then first point in the whole process, how have they been? How have you found working first point?
Amazing. Again, so you can call them, chat to them about anything. If you've got any worries, questions, they're there to answer it and help you out. So it's great. It is great.
Yeah, what advice would you give to people that are in a similar position to you, that have been sort of through the academy systems with the likes of Edinburgh and Glasgow, been in the age grade setups at under 20s, etc., that probably are looking at another opportunity? What advice would you give to them?
I'd 100% go for it, because it gives you, as you say, that second opportunity, and it also means you can go travel and do it somewhere else. And I just think that's the main part of why I'm here doing it, is because I knew for all different reasons that here maybe wasn't going to work out. And when you look at overseas options, America, it's the land of opportunity for a reason. And yeah, that's why I think if for athletes in my similar position, I think it'd be a perfect idea to go for and do.
I can imagine, because you bumped into someone earlier here that you said you sort of played rugby with before.
Yeah.
Are there a few mates going, hold on a minute, what are you doing? Why are you going over there? That are going, actually, that sounds pretty cool. I'd like to do something similar.
Yeah, I think a lot of them are very happy for me, and a lot of them would love to have taken that leap, but maybe just haven't for whatever reason. So to those people who are maybe thinking about it, I would just say do it. Do it. Speak to someone. If you watch this video, go and do it. Yeah. 100%, yeah.
And lastly, have you spoken to anyone over there, any athletes that are over there?
Yeah, I have. Not so much in the rugby side of things, but back to a lot of my old football contacts. I've got boys in Oregon, Florida, and the one census that I get from all of them is they love it. Yeah. They love being over there. The professionalism of America with the facilities, everything, it's different levels. And they just love all that, and they don't speak highly enough of it.
A couple of athletes as well, because you mentioned earlier you used to be a sprinter.
Yeah.
Don't fancy that then? Don't think you could have made it in the sprinting?
No. I prefer team sports.
What was your sort of your distance? 100 metres? 200
was my best event.
PB?
Well, that was an old time ago. I'd have to look that up. It was in the low 20s. It was in the low 20s.
I don't know what's quick, but I know I was pretty quick.
Yeah.
Ewan, mate, all the best. Good luck with
everything. Thank you very much.
Thanks for speaking with us, and good luck with your first point USA journey.
Thank you very much for having me.
Good man.